Hey everyone, it's Anna here from Genuine and I'm here with Kean Kavanagh. So we're here in lovely Laois for the Anam Sessions with other voices. Being from Portlaois has influenced your music a lot as well. Like, is there something special coming back here, even playing live set?
100%. And like the first time we came and played gigs here in Portlaois, a lot of different generations of people I know from Portlaois, like friends, but also like friends' parents and stuff, who would have just been like the adults when I was a kid or whatever, or all these people who are kind of part of our community. It's just a good reason for them all to get together and seeing them all. And to be honest, when I play a gig here in Portlaois, everyone is just catching up with each other. Like I'm not sure if anyone, once they get in the room with everyone, I'm not sure how much anyone really cares about the music, and they're just enjoying the like party and like seeing each other. But like I am totally happy to facilitate that.
So your latest record, The County Star, that came out last summer. How does it feel sitting with it now after some time has passed?
Good. It was really nice. We did a big tour there in like November and December, and that kind of like gave some kind of closure on the songs and stuff. And just I feel like it's not until you like gig all the songs and stuff that they kind of reach their like final form, their final boss level versions of the songs. Now just whenever we play, it's just like all the songs are like so fun to play because we've kind of like worked out all the sort of bits. So it's nice. I'm definitely kind of, as soon as it came out, in my head I was kind of feeling like on to the next thing a little bit, and I'm making good headway on what that is. So that's kind of where my headspace is now, I think.
Just hearing you say about like new stuff coming out, the collab you did with Khaki Kid and Kojak there recently was really good. Is that a sound you'd move like into that sound more? Do you totally want to change what you've done from the last record?
I don't think I'd be very surprised if anything sounds like that song. That's something I really like about producing, is that like you can just kind of flex different muscles or different like genres or different niches of music that you're into, and like I could do something really folky with someone like Ruari, or I could do a really trappy thing with like Luca Palm or something like that. It's something I really like about producing for other people, because you can kind of be in service to what their vision is and what sound that like they kind of want to go for. And
speaking of collabs, is there anyone like you would be your dream collab?
There's a singer I love called Mary Jane Dunphy. She's been in a few different like groups, like CCFX I think, and CC Dust I think is the other one. I think she's from Washington maybe. She's got a really amazing voice that just really hits. I would kind of love to do a song maybe with her. There's another crowd I really love from, I think they're from London, called like Dwy, or like DDWY. It's kind of like housey stuff, or it's, I don't know. It really has its own sound, but it's kind of like the stuff they do is like everything I love about like electronic music, the stuff I really like about certain types of house music and stuff. It's just like they just distill it perfectly. So I'm just a huge fan of theirs. I don't know what we would do, but I just really have been kind of like obsessed with their music the past while as well.
Is there a record that you're really rinsing at the moment?
An album I've been going back to loads recently is the last ML Buck record, Suntub. Oh my god. Yeah, I liked it when it came out and stuff, and then recently it's kind of like I've just been listening to that like so much, and it's like, you know, hitting me different this a second time, and she's just like incredible. Been listening to that first Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album, been loving that. That's like been a bit of a comfort listen for me.
Do you have any favourite Irish artists that you're really loving at the moment?
I'm going to plug Ruari here now, because he's one of my favourite singers coming out at the moment. His album is called Tell Your Mother I Saved Your Life, and I produced it as well. And it's unbelievable. I'm really excited for people to hear it. I think he's such a brilliant writer and singer and performer, and I think he's kind of one of those people that as soon as people go to one of his gigs, they're just like, what was that? That was unbelievable. I loved Courtesy's recent record. I really love Ellie O'Neill, who actually played before us here as well. Her voice is just incredible. Those are the people who are coming to mind at the moment.
Do you have any niche YouTube performance deep cuts that you really love?
Yes. I recently discovered this archive. It's called like Pink Pop Archive. I think Pinkpop is like a Dutch festival, and they must broadcast like sets from the festival on Dutch television, I think. So this YouTube channel has this big archive of all these amazing sets from people who've played there, and the stuff I'm most interested in is they've got so much good stuff from the 90s, from like bands who were really in their like prime in the 90s, like, and you're watching them do their like best kind of set to a crowd of people who have like no phones and stuff, and it's just a really great like time capsule, I think. And there's an Underworld gig from Pinkpop, I think it might be 98 or 99. They're just killing it, and the energy is just amazing, and people are just loving it, and they're loving like performing it, and that one like blew me away, I'd say.
So I suppose piggybacking off those YouTube performances, because it's the 25th anniversary of Other Voices this year, is there any performances that you've seen from Other Voices that have really stood out to you?
I honestly think a special one for me was when in 2018 like Kojak and the band played in the church, and that was it was right after his album like Delhi Daydreams came out, and me and Kev both kind of quit our jobs to do music like around that time, and I suppose that was like the end of that year where things had really started happening for him and all. It was just a really exciting time, and yeah, he just put on such a great show with all the band in the church, and I look back on that as like a really it's just a really like innocent time, and like where everyone was at, and just all the people who were around, the people who were in the band at the time. Likewise, like that's a really special kind of like time capsule of that period for us as well. So I'd say that one, yeah.
Do you have a favourite movie soundtrack or movie score?
I watched that. Do you know, is it Goodnight Mr. Rogers or Lawrence?
Yes.
That movie was mental. I watched that at Christmas because I think we were driving home, and the main theme kind of played on the radio, and we were like, this is unbelievable. And I hadn't seen the film before, so we watched the film, and the film is like bonkers. Yeah. I don't know if I really enjoyed the film. It was slow, but the soundtrack was just unbelievable. And I watched a great video of him playing like the main theme, like just on the piano. I think I just seen it on the internet recently, and it was just like, oh, so beautiful. Curtis Mayfield as well, I adore him, and so maybe the Superfly soundtrack as well. Can
you remember the very first time you felt connected to music?
I remember the first song I was like, this is my song. And it was Nickelback, How You Remind Me. This is how you remind me. When that came out and I heard it, I was like, this is my fucking shit. And I was just like, yeah. I remember I used to put like a bandana on my head, and I'd be like whoosh, going crazy to that one. That was big. I was like, this is doing something to me here. And then I think then when I just started like playing guitar, I think with other instruments and stuff, the other instruments haven't come easy to me or whatever, but with guitar, as soon as I started playing it, we gelled, and the guitar has been good to me, and I've been good to the guitar. So I think, yeah, the start of that relationship, I think, and playing all the time, and that's like very important to me, I'd say.
What is the worst advice anyone's ever given you about being a musician?
People definitely told me not to be a musician. It still remains to be seen as whether that was good advice or not. I'm in between at the moment, but I think people just in general thought it was probably a bad idea, and thought it was is not something serious that should be done. Right now, I'm glad I didn't listen to anyone. Maybe next week I'll be feeling different, but right now I'm feeling good. So yeah.
Mine are genuine.
Can I go on the record and say that, like?
Hey, we're genuine. Wake up.